Hey, what's up guys, Super Samurai M here. I'm watching every Best Picture nominee and ranking them from worst to best. Each film will get its own dedicated review, and today we're taking a look at Elvis. It's starting to feel like every year Hollywood is going to spew out an Oscar bait biopic about a famous icon, and this film is certainly no exception. Musical biopics feel like they follow a certain storytelling formula, some kind of template. Much like how people say MCU origin stories feel like they follow a certain formula or story structure. I was quite surprised to see that this film kinda broke the status quo, if you will, for musical biopics. The story of Elvis Presley is told through the lens of his longtime manager Tom Parker, who is believed to have led Elvis to his abrupt death. The film portrays him as somewhat of a villain, and so does Tom Hanks. Yeah, it's not my favorite Tom Hanks performance either. It's awkward and unsettling in the wrong ways, and I kinda think he was miscast here, not gonna lie. It doesn't work for me, and I know I'm not the first person to say this, so I'm just gonna move on. Leading up to when I first saw the film, the immediate praise went to Austin Butler's portrayal of Elvis Presley. Austin Butler is absolutely captivating in this film. There's not a moment throughout the movie where his performance doesn't command your attention. I'd say he definitely earned that acting nomination, even though it kinda went without saying that he had a nomination locked up due to this being a biopic. The parts he really sells are the scenes he shares with his mother, Gladys Presley. Both him and Helen Thompson knock it out of the park with their familial chemistry. One thing I really appreciated that this film showcased was Elvis Presley's role in the civil rights movement. How his style and showmanship is heavily inspired by the gospel sound and soulful rock and roll that he was surrounded by at a young age. A part of the Elvis Presley story that typically goes unnoticed, and I'm really glad they spent a portion of the film on this part of his career. But then the film has to remind you that this is supposed to be through the lens of Tom Parker, and while yes, he is supposed to be a huge part of the story, the film kind of loses me when I'm constantly hearing Tom Hanks' narration over Elvis's life. I'm really glad they tried something new here with the biopic format. I just wish it didn't distract from the titular story we're supposed to be following. Editing and cinematography wise, it is swift and snappy. It feels like the movie never stops moving. The film moves like Elvis's hips is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes it's charming and really does immerse me, but other times it just gives me a headache. I mean, it's not disgustingly obvious that a chimpanzee edited this film, like say, oh, I don't know, Bohemian Rhapsody, but hey, it's obvious it has its own style, so it's a technically sound film for the most part. There's also a few pop songs that were remixed with Elvis Presley hits that play throughout the movie, and it kind of took me out of the experience when I listen and go, is that Toxic by Britney Spears playing in the background? So that was weird. Something else that's weird is that sometimes the film has an actual orchestral score and it just doesn't work because it doesn't match the rest of the film. And it's just so generic, so it's not even like it follows the style the film is going for. As far as the screenplay goes, it's nothing to write home about. I mean, it never is. It is a biopic after all. But it does enough where it can let the actors do their thing, and it never feels like the actors are hindered due to poor writing. So, no issues there. However, at some points the film does feel like its structure is a little disjointed and messy, mostly because the movie wants to move quickly through Elvis's life, and I mean, hey, they got 2.5 hours to burn, so let them cook, I guess. So to wrap all this up, did Elvis deserve a Best Picture nomination? Sure. I mean, sure, I would have liked to have seen some of my other favorite movies that weren't nominated for Best Picture here, but I'm not like outright angry that this got nominated. And given it had quite the breezy campaign leading up to a nomination, I'm positive that everyone saw this coming. It's definitely not winning Best Picture because it has some very steep competition. And honestly, I can't wait to talk about the next films on this list. So what did you think of Elvis? Let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what you think my next film I'm going to talk about will be in the comments. Yeah, a lot of these takes are hot, but hey, that's how it goes sometimes. We got 8 more films to cover before the big night, so, you know, feel free to share your opinions in the comments down below. Be nice to each other, of course. As always, please like if you like it, subscribe for more content, sure support, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.